Hi, welcome to day 2 of It's About Time to Create Progress Without Pressure. Again, I am just so thrilled that you are allowing yourself to create the time to be here, so thanks for that. And remember that it's never too late to get on time with your own life. It's never too late to create progress without pressure. So if you're just starting today, welcome. If you're picking this up later in the week or the 8 days, terrific. It doesn't take much time to string all these videos together and create the 8 steps and stages that are going to make our set of flashcards. So remember, you're going to work with a simple creative exercise each of our 8 days, and it's going to give you at the end your own tool, and you can put a little hole punch in the corner and tie a piece of string in there, and you'll have a series of flashcards that are going to be something that you'll be able to refer back to again and again, and plug in any creative project, any relationship that you'd like to get more natural and on time with. You can put your work, whatever your work mode is, onto this creative exercise collection that we'll be doing. It's about circadian rhythms. It's about natural time. Gosh, I used to raise chickens, and I really valued knowing more about the natural rhythm of nature, so up close and personal. So the idea was that in the morning I would open up the coop and the chickens would come out into my garden, and they'd spend the whole day really busy, pulling off all the insects of all the vegetation that they walked around and connected with. And at the end of the day, near dusk, they would find themselves wanting to get back into the coop. They wanted to get up on their roosts, and they knew it was time to slow it down. They knew it was time to turn inward. So on any given day, we have this rhythm of going in and going out, the back and the forth. And they knew. Now, in any commercial poultry house, they keep the lights on all the time. And by doing that, by keeping the lights on continuously, it tricks the brain of the chickens, and it stimulates the pituitary gland so they don't ever have the rest period, and they just continually lay eggs, much more often than they would in a natural circadian cycle. And so we have the power as human beings to upset the natural order of things, and we all know that. And in this 8-day challenge, we want to come back home. We want to bring ourselves back home, work from home, from our own heart space, and really begin to revitalize and re-energize our own circadian connection to a day's rhythm. Today's opportunity for our connection creatively is to take our card. And remember how on our first day, yesterday, or whatever you're picking this up, our first day of our 8-day challenge, we just started with a simple circle in the middle of our card. And we remind ourselves that this is me. I'm here. I'm here. I'm working from home. I'm working from my heart. And from here we can go anywhere. So in these 8 days, we're going to take our trip. Yesterday we took a horizontal orientation and created the drawing of the lemniscant. And it reminds us that from here we can go forward, and we can also be reflective and go backwards. We can think of our future self, and we can also think of our lineage and where we've come from. We can really mine any of these 2 directions of back and forth. And we recognize that the lemniscant, the symbol for infinity, where is my day 1? We can recognize that our symbol for infinity is just that, and yet we are smart enough to know that time is, in a lifetime, it's not infinite. It's finite. And so these also become the shores of birth and the shore of death, and we recognize that our time here is like the parentheses between our birth year and our death year. So a lot of power in this simple little image. Today's image starts out the same way, with our dot in the middle of our paper and the awareness that I'm here, and this is the seed concept of my day, the seed idea for my day. Where am I going to go when I wake up is a really great question to ask ourselves. We all have responsibilities that pull us out, that that are important, that we have to address. For this 8 days, we're taking this short amount of time to bring ourselves back home, to orient ourselves with I am here, and then to map out the way that our seed is growing in any given part, time, segment of a 24-hour circadian rhythmic circle of the day. So for today, I will draw it and then I will show it. Show and tell. Always one of my favorite parts of being in school, show and tell. So I want to draw my vertical orientation of the lemniscant for today. Again, ever so simple. We want things to be really manageable, don't we? Because we're so busy. So we have a vertical orientation for our lemniscant today, and we remember I am here. I work from home, from my heart, from my deepest core. Yesterday, today. Yesterday, today. Ta-da! Very simple. Now, a vertical orientation to our lemniscant gives us an orientation to the above and the below. The above and the below and the back again. So this beautiful figure 8 represents our 8 days, and it gives us the awareness that we're rooted in the earth, and our ideas and our inspirations and our creativity all come from the above. Edison said, ideas come from out of space. It may seem impossible, but it's true. Ideas come from out of space. And that's so amazing because you know and I know that an idea will float around in our own brains and we'll say, oh my gosh, that would be such a great thing to try. And then what do you know? Sooner rather than later, we see somebody has taken our idea and they have actually made it happen. So ideas do come from out of space, and we do want to be rooted and grounded in the earth as natural beings. So today's orientation is vertical. Yesterday's orientation was horizontal, and I'm upside down, horizontal. And that gives us a sense of where we are joining ourselves in the middle of the back and the forth and the up and the down. This is our day 2. Please do create your drawing. Email me your experience. And you don't have to do the drawing. You can trace this image in the air and just feel into it and really sense into how your heart is the center of your above and your below and back again. And your roots go deeper than your body, and your ideas come from up above you. And so it's just a beautiful, natural rhythm to a day, to feel the above and the below, and the horizontal yesterday of the past and the future. It's awesome to be here and to be sharing the idea of natural time. And I don't use the word awesome often, but this is what this is, to bring ourselves back into the vision of what's possible in a natural circadian day. I'm so glad you're here. Please post on Facebook and or send me an email. Let me know how you're doing. And that's no matter when you pick this up, because you don't have to do it all right now. And you can save the emails in a folder and then, address this a little bit later when it fits for you. It's about time to create progress without pressure. Thanks for being here.